Hi, I'm Dr. Park, and today I want to talk about how we parents are unconsciously trained and eager to raise a selfish and ungrateful children. When we have a child, we as a parent wants to give them nothing but the best and unconditional love. So even at the smallest cry, we run to them and give them everything they need. And we will do this till we are completely exhausted. But when that baby gives that small smile, we will do anything to see that smile again. And very soon, babies realize they have you at their disposal. And very quickly, they learn to manipulate their parents to get what they want. If mom won't give them what they want, first they try crying, and if that doesn't work, they go to their second plan. They go to their dad and get what they want. And sometimes it could be simple as just having another cookie or wanting to go see a movie. But then when you talk to your wife about it, you realize she said no because either they already had the cookie or they haven't done their homework yet. Now, at this point, a lot of times the spouse panics a little bit and then they decide to side with their kids because they already made a promise. And moms always feels like they are thrown under the bus. And the kids become very good at what they do. It only gets worse if the parents start to compete each other for their love. So in early stage of our marriage, we sat and talked about this and we told each other, this is a teamwork and we are fighting against the kids. So if the kids are asking for something, we decide to always tell them, let me check with your mom or let me check with your dad. And if you find yourself making a promise without checking, you always have to come to a stop, take back your promise, and let them know that you didn't check with your mom or dad, and we should sit as a family and talk about this. And the kids very quickly realize there is no getting around it. And you'll be surprised how quickly they will cooperate with their parents as whole. So, we as a parents have to overcome this urge, and I want to talk about a few examples of how we overcame it. When my second child was old enough to run, and I come home happy to see my family, and both of my kids will run to me trying to get the first kiss and the hug. And the loser always cries, and it's usually Joseph because he's the younger one. And I realized this is not about love anymore. It's about who wins the race. And I realized this is the beginning of siblings rivalry. So I thought about it and I told them, in our family we have order, just like every other organization. Dad and mom is equal. Dad is a little bit higher because I'm a little bit older. And then we have Rachel and you. But we have same love for both of you. This does not mean Rachel is first in line for everything. In fact, the older ones has to give up their priority for their younger ones because love is like a waterfall. It descends. And respect is like a smoke. It ascends. And Rachel did a really good job taking care of her brother, and Joseph followed Rachel like a baby elephant and really respected her. And she even took him to places where her friends are. And most of her friends would dread to bring their brothers, but Rachel always took Joseph with her. And even now, as young adults, they have great relationship. If you want to have a beautiful family relationship, you have to teach your kids to care for others' feelings and appreciate each other. So, since my kids are young, over the dinner, we'll give a round of applause to mom, who worked so hard to give us a great meal, and for a child who did a good job on something. But many times, mother's feelings get overlooked. Even the child does something that's hurtful, mom is only concerned about the child's feeling, and she doesn't want to do anything to hurt them. She'd rather just take it. So this is when the dads come in. We need to talk to our kids about how mom is feeling and what they did was wrong. And when they agree to it, you need to have them go and apologize to mom and make up. If not, you're gonna have angry, selfish, and ungrateful child in your family. Then everybody's unhappy. And this is lifetime process. Even now, as our kids are young adults, this repeats occasionally. Remember, dads have power to tie the family with love. We told our kids, as parents, we want to give them unconditional love. And we told them our definition of unconditional love is not accepting every behavior or accepting what you want to be. But our job is to teach and discipline you to become an exceptional part of our society. We will guide you selflessly and best as we can. And under any condition, we will never give you up. And we are very serious about our job. As parents, we need to be patient. And this is not always easy, especially when you see that baby, you want to do everything for them. Or when you don't have time. But we need to teach them and let them put their own jacket on and their own boots on, brush their own teeth, clean up their own mess, let them solve stuff on their own, and when old enough, teach them how and when you want them to clean their room. It is especially hard for mom to be patient and watch their kids do it on their own. They want to rush in and help them out. But you need to stand back and just encourage them so they could become self-sufficient and master their own lives. Since our kids were preschool, I wanted to teach them the importance of the money, so I didn't give them any allowance. And let them understand love doesn't mean free handout. So if they wanted a puppy, a video game, or go see a movie with their friends, they had to work for it. Sometimes that means folding laundry, shining my shoes, helping with a house chore, helping with the yard work, but the real money came from school. Every test and quiz they got 100 on, they would get a $1 each. And trust me, they were hitting hundreds many, many times. And when they get a perfect report card or A's, in middle school, they would get $50, and in high school, they got $100. And they learned pretty quickly, without earning money, they had no life. So one day, Rachel came to me crying and saying, "Dad, it's so unfair. My friends are getting stuff from their parents, and I can't get what I want because I can't afford it." And my wife came to me and said, "Honey, don't you think you're being too harsh?" And I told her we can't carry them on our back for the rest of their life. And I reminded her our job was to raise them to become an exceptional part of our society. And Rachel quickly understood she wasn't getting any free money, so she started to buy used games, and she was studying harder to get better grades so she could earn more money. So they learned how to earn, spend, and save money. I still have the notebook where I wrote down every dollar that they made and every money that they spent. And if you look at it, this is probably over 20 years now. Yeah, definitely for sure. And if you look at it, it tells me how they made their money and where they spend their money. Some of them on their mom's birthday, dad's birthday, presents, and going to the movie, buying a stamp collection, buying a hunting knife. What else we got here? Going to a theater with friends. And what's really interesting is that after all those years, if we look at Rachel, when she left the college, she still had $1,201 left in her account. And she hasn't asked for it yet. So weird. And my son Joseph, when he went off to college, he had $960 left in his account. And both of them have not asked me for the money yet. And I actually talked to them about it, and they said, well, let's save it for the rainy day. So I tell you, they learn how to save for sure. In many ways, we are responsible for raising a selfish child and eventually a selfish adult. So when they're old enough, you have to let them know they're not the center of the world. And the best way is to show them there are people in need, and we have to take part in helping them. So I told them how I was doing free surgery for orphans and providing free medical care, free food for homeless, and how we were making donations to different organizations. Since my kids were in elementary, we took them to different orphanages, and they made their own donation with their hard-earned money out of their free will, and they made friends playing soccer at the orphanage on the dirt. This really helped them to take their eyes off of themselves and look at the different world. Let's face it, nobody's really born with a compassionate heart. This is something that you have to learn. And by doing this, we were hoping to raise less selfish children. And as a young adult, we see them now, and I think we did a pretty good job. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell select the top, and you'll be notified with more great videos. Thank you.